Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. We have game two of the 2022 World Series. Game two, 2022 World Series. First game is right here. The Astros whipped the Phillies 12-1. It was Verlander with the victory, and Nola, who was pounded, as well as the whole Phillies pitching staff. They were pounded, and it was a 12-1 victory for the Astros. Kyle Tucker had a couple of home runs, including a grand slam and a two-run shot in the third and a grand slam in the sixth. And it was Gurriel with three hits, three doubles for Altuve. So the Astros collected 12 hits overall. And here's game two. We're starting off now. Let me just go over a little bit about um, Deep Drive Baseball. Super duper easy to play, super duper cheap to purchase. You do have to print your own cards, they do not come printed. Um, it's 50-50, half off the batter and half off the pitcher with a twist. It's the deep drive chart that can come off of both sides. If it's a really good pitcher like Framber Valdez, he has only one number that he can allow a deep drive, whether it be a double, triple, home run. So that, greatly limits the potential of a pitcher as good as Valdez, a extremely consistent pitcher throughout the season, had a 2.82 ERA, a 1.1 WHIP. So he will not be allowing a lot of extra base hits. That's what separates this game, I guess, from a lot of other games. So it could come off the batter side. So, but he himself will not be allowing a lot of extra base hits. It could come off the batter side. So it's 0 to 49. Anything above about 20 is going to be an out normally, unless you hit a defensive numbers on the batter card. Off the pitcher card, 50 to about 60, 65 approximately, will be some sort of on base situation. Anything above that will be an out, and you also have defense situations at 75 and to 78. And let's get started. Let's just go over the lineup real quick. If you've watched the World Series, you'll know these: Schwarber, Hoskins, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, Segura, Verling, and Sosa. For the Astros, it's Altuve, Pena, Alvarez, Bregman, Tucker, Gurriel, Diaz, McCormick, and Maldonado. On the mound for the Phillies is Wheeler. He was lights out, 2.82. Both pitchers actually have the same identical ERA. Actually, Wheeler's WHIP is lower than Valdez. Uh, Wheeler's WHIP is 1.04. He has fewer walk numbers. He has 59 to 60, whereas Valdez has 58 to 61, one more. And Zach Wheeler also allows more deep drives. 50 to 53 will be a deep drive. And that's about it. So let's do it. Two good pitchers, two good teams. World Series Game 2, Deep Drive Baseball. And let's start. So if you watch the first game, I really sped through it because it ended up being a blowout. So I just wanted to get through it, and I just started going really fast. So if you're trying to learn the game, I don't know if that game one is really the best learning version. I'm going to slow down. If it's a closer game, I'll slow down a lot, so you get a better opportunity to learn the game. But it's really super duper simple. All the outs are off the cards. The batters have outs and the pitcher have outs. So if it's an out on the pitcher's card, you look at the pitcher outs. It'll be the green die. And then the same, if it's off the batter, it'll be a batter out and it'll be off the green die. And you always read of course, the red first and the white. And it's 3d10s. Here, let's do it. All right, that's a 56. Usually a hit number off the pitcher's card, and that's a bouncer up the middle and through for base hit for Kyle Schwarber. So he muscles one on the ground up the middle, and he's on with a single. So one batter, one hit, and let's go. Rhys Hoskins, a right-handed hitter. The pitch, that's going to be a deep drive off of Rhys Hoskins' card, 00. That 8 says that if it falls within the ballpark card, 0 to 5, it'll be an out, or 95 to 99, it'll be an out. Right. Anything else, 06 to 43 will be a home run. So we're going to re-roll the 2. And that is a 93, which will be a drive, and that's down the line into the corner. That's going to be a double. Schwarber is going to hold up. Okay, hold up because there's nobody out. So he's going to hold up on the double. I know he's not a really speedy runner. I don't even have to look, but I know he's not a really good. He's just an average runner with 2 outs. So I would have sent him, maybe. But right now, there's nobody out. So second and third. So right off the bat, they're getting to Valdez. So the Phillies, you want the Phillies to win this game so they can kind of tie up the series. Here's JT Realmuto, righty. Infield's going to allow a run. They're just looking for an out right here. I want to prevent the big inning. Here's a pitch. That's a 91. Now, that isn't the wild pitch, and that is bounced in front of the catcher and gets by him. So a run comes in, and going to third on the wild pitch is Hoskins. So a run comes in, it's 1-0 Phillies, just like that. Realmuto's still at the plate. And that's a 66, which will be a strikeout. So a big strikeout for Valdez. Gets him with the curveball. And next is Bryce Harper, lefty on lefty. That doesn't make a difference in this situation. Harper can still hit lefties. Here's the pitch, and that is an 18, ball 4. So Harper walks to load the bases. So bases are loaded. And Nick Castellanos with the bases loaded and 1 out. Run came in on the wild pitch here in the first inning. And Nick Castellanos batted .263 with 13 home runs. Not a great season. Has had better seasons in the past. So here goes. We're going to roll the dice. Framber Valdez gets the sign from catcher Maldonado, and here it is, and that's a 0-7. That is line base hit, ripped to left center field, cut off by the left fielder Diaz. So it was first and third, so 1 run scores, and Harper, let's see what happens here. Harper's going to hold up, so a run comes in, and it's first and second, RBI for Castellanos. So 4 men have reached here in the top of the first inning, and the Phillies lead at 2-0. Here's Alec Bohm, pitch for Valdez, and that's an 80, which will be an out on the pitcher's card. Falls within the out range of 5. It's a hard hit ball at shortstop, and that's going to be right at Pena, who goes to second for 1. Back to first, 6-4-3 double play. Inning over. So 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And we go to the bottom of the first. 2-0 Phillies with the Astros coming to bat. All righty. Here's Jose Altuve, who had 3 doubles in yesterday's game. That's a 47, so that'll be off the batter, and that falls into the out range. At 8 is a fly out to right. Near the line is right fielder Castellanos, 1 away. Jeremy Pena, shortstop, took over for Correa. 50, that's going to be a deep drive. Pena with a 3. Oh, let's see what happens. And a 65 is going to be 1 hop off the wall. And that's going to be a double. Pena to second base, standing. So he drove that. So the Astros have a runner at second here with Yordan Alvarez. Zach Wheeler checks in with Realmuto for the sign. Sets and deals. And that's a 99. A 99 is going to be an out. A 9 is going to be a shallow fly ball to center field. Is it going to drop? Racing in is Verling, and no, Verling gets there. Back to second goes Pena. And it's going to be Bregman. Here's a pitch. And that's an 82. 82 just missed the defensive range, and it's going to be an out. A 2 is a bouncer to first base. And that is going to be a ground ball to first baseman Hoskins. Flips to the pitcher covering. That's 3-1, and that retires a side. So no runs. A hit, 1 left. Move to the top of the second inning. Gene Segura, pitch from Valdez. That's a 0-7, and that's line base hit. Center field for Segura, leads off with a single. So they're getting to Valdez here early, the Phillies are. Matt Verling is next, the center fielder, and that's a 45 with a 7. That'll be an out, and a shallow fly ball to left field. Backing up is third base Bregman, and racing in is Diaz, and it's Diaz for out number 1. Next is, I got Verling to pop up here. Sosa, Edmundo Sosa with a 10, and that is bounced up the middle and through for a base hit. Stopping at second is Segura. And next is Kyle Schwarber, first and second. Here's the pitch. And Schwarber with a 0-4. That's a deep drive. That's going to be trouble, but that is a high result. So let's see what happens. And that's a 0-6, and that ball is way back right field, upper deck shot, 3-run shot, and the Phillies are up 5-0. Schwarber connects here and drives one deep. Monster shot for Schwarber. And Hoskins is up next with 1 out. Valdez with a 0-9, and that's going to be line base hit. So they're getting to Valdez here early. JT Realmuto is next. Pitch to JT with a 71. That's a strikeout. Second time Realmuto struck out. So Valdez has JT's number. 2-way. And it's going to be a 36, and that'll be an out off Bryce Harper's card. A 1 says it's popped up left side. Third baseman Bregman, he's there, and that ends the inning, but not before the Phillies pick up 3 more on 2, 3, 4 hits. They lead it 5-0. Kyle Tucker is leading off the bottom of the second. Here it is, 69. That's a strikeout. Tucker back to the bench with a bat on his shoulder. Gurriel is next. 77, that's going to be a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. That's 2 Ks so far for Wheeler. And Wheeler is an ex-Met. Here's Diaz, used to be with the Cardinals, 32, slumped. Just couldn't get it going. A 32 will be an out, and a 0 will be ripped and caught by the shortstop. 3 up and 3 down for Wheeler. Top of the third, Castellanos leading off against Valdez. 98, and that is a 5, which is hit hard right at second base. Scooped up by Altuve, 1 away. Alec Bohm, who hit into a double play. An 81, that's off the pitcher, and a 3, and that's ripped down the line. Oh, nice pickup by Bregman. Long throw to first, on target. 2 out. Great play by Bregman on a hard hit ball down the line. And it's Segura. Gene Segura with a 16, and that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. All right, bottom of the third now. McCormick is up. And a 63, he'll be off the pitcher, and that's a strikeout. Martin Maldonado. 53, and that's going to be a deep drive with a 6. And he is a righty, so a 6 is a fly to left. A 0-7, that ball is way back into the seats in left field. And that's a home run, 5-1. Martin Maldonado with good power connects here. Off a hanging slider by Zach Wheeler, puts it in the seats in left field, and it's Jose Altuve. 5-1 now. With Altuve 0 for 1, and that's a 56, and that is line base hit center field, so a base hit for Altuve. Back-to-back hits for the Astros. Jeremy Pena now with good power. Pitch from Wheeler, 74. That's a strikeout. 2 away, and that's strikeout number 4 for Zach. Jordan Alvarez and a 75 will be back-to-back Ks to end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits, and it is 5-1 Phillies. Matt Verling up. Pitch from Valdez, a 43. That'll be an out. Nate says it's a fly ball right field. Under it is Tucker. 1 down. Edmundo Sosa, who's 1 for 1. That's a 10, and he's going to be 2 for 2, a single for Edmundo. Next up is Kyle Schwarber, who's got a 3-run home run and a single. Valdez better be careful. 0-9, and almost another one. That's ball 4, and I believe that's going to be it for Valdez. He's going to be coming out. And we're going to go to Montero here. 5-1. See if Montero can hold the Phils a little bit so the Astros can get back into it. You get all the players. $3, you get these two teams, and you can try out the game. So Montero is ready to roll. He's a 1, so he can't go very far. We'll see what he does here. He needs to get 2 outs to be able to go an extra inning. So let's see. And a 39 will be an out. A 9, that's a fly ball center field. Under it is McCormick, 1 away. 2 away. Oh, and I was looking at the wrong batter. 39, still an out. The 9 will be a fly ball center field. Okay, still good. And here's JT, who struck out twice. Once in the first, once in the second. 2 on, 2 out. Pitch from Montero, who's a beast, 16. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. So Realmuto loads the bases. You got Sosa at third, Schwarber at second, Realmuto at first, probably the fastest catcher in the majors, and you got Bryce Harper coming up. So this is huge here. And here it is. And that's going to be a 39. Will be an out. A 2 is hard hit ball down the line, picked up by first baseman Gurriel. Steps on the bag, and that retires the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 3 left. They leave the bases loaded. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's going to be Bregman leading off against Zach Wheeler, who's only allowed 3 hits and 1 run, the home run, 92, and that'll be an out with a 4. Bounce to short, charged by shortstop Sosa. 1 down. Tucker. Kyle Tucker. And a 60 is on the, remember, 50 and above is on the pitcher's side. A 60 is going to be ball 4. So Tucker walks. Had 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Next is Gurriel, pitch from Wheeler with a 79, and that's going to be a defensive check. I got stuff falling all over the place. My cat made a mess of my stuff today. You can hear stuff falling over. The cat was up here, and God knows what the cat was doing. Let me see where my charts are. I had all the charts set up yesterday. Oh, wait, I think they're on the other side. Here we go. I believe this is a 1-roll chart. Yeah. Okay. Let's roll on the defensive chart, see what happens. So 42 says it's a range play, and it's going to be the first baseman. If he's a 3 or less, there's going to be a base hit involved here. And Hoskins, I believe, is a 3 from memory. I didn't write it down. I should, but I didn't. Hoskins is a 3 first baseman, so that's going to be a hit on a 42. It's a single, so with 1 out, runner will hold at second. Kyle Tucker is not a particularly speedy guy. Oh, he's actually a slow guy. All right. So first and second, and here comes Aledmys Diaz. Good power, 12 home runs and 300 plate appearances. So over the course of a whole season, had he played, he would hit about 24. And Zach Wheeler checks in with Realmuto and sets and deals. That's a 79, and that will be another defensive check. Let's do it again. And a 67 this time, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Could be a fielder's choice or a double play or a single. So it is in the range section. Our shortstop is Sosa. Let's see what Sosa's got. Sosa is a 3 at shortstop, so he will get a ball. He will get a fielder's choice. It's going to be a 6-4 because of the type of out. And it's easy to memorize. If it's an average hit ground ball, you can only get a fielder's choice. If it's hard hit, it's a double play. And if it's a soft ball, it's basically going to be throw to first. in these types of situations. So it's a really nice way of managing ground balls, and he does the same for fly balls. Deep fly balls to right field, you usually go from second to third, and you also will score. So it's just a well thought out, well rounded mechanic of the game. So now we got first and third with 2 outs. My pen, this pen that I really like, has been really good to me. I feel like it's running out of ink, so I'm gonna have to say goodbye and bury it. Be a funeral tomorrow. McCormick coming up. Pitch from Wheeler. 2 out, 2 on. Here's a pitch, and that is an 18, and it will be struck him out. Yeah, running out of ink. All right, no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Let's go to the top of the 5th. And we're gonna have to bring in a new pitcher. Maldonado is gone. He's a 1. Had he retired both batters that he faced, he would be able to go another inning. But since he did not retire both batters, he gave up a hit by pitch. He's got to be pulled, or we can use him. And if it's off the pitcher card, we're going to look off the batter card. That is like the penalty, which is a really cool penalty because, of course, the hitter card more benefits the hitter more, and obviously the pitcher benefits the pitcher more. So if it lands on the pitcher card, it could end up being a hit or a walk off the batter card. So we're running that risk. It's just a good fatigue system, very simple, very easy to follow. So let's try that. Let's leave Montero in there for at least another batter, see what happens. And that's going to be a 48. So it's off the batter card, and that's going to be an out. A 9 is a fly ball to center for out number 1. So Nick Castellanos flies out. Cracks one to center. A couple steps back is McCormick. And he squeezes it. Here's Bohm. That's a 0-1. That's a deep drive. And that ball is, a park, but we rolled a 3, and he is a righty. Okay, so it's still good. It still falls within the home run range, but an 86 off Bohm will be a park out. So we'll be park out. Hold on a second. Okay, that's way back, and that ball is going to be gone. So it falls in the park range, but in the park, it lands on the home run. So I'm going to say that's a home run for Alec Bohm, and the score is 6-1 Phils. All right, Gene Segura. And you know what? We're still gonna go with that. It's gonna be a 54, and that's a single. So we have the option of going, moving down minus 50, and it would be a 0-4, which would be a single. So either one is a single. So I'm just gonna obviously take the single. Again, because Montero is pitching fatigued. And here's Verlin, Matt Verlin, with an 81. You see the 81 lands on the pitcher card. We're going to minus 50. It'll be a 31. It'll still be an out. And it'll be a 9 out, which is a fly ball to center for out number 2. Back to first goes Segura. And here is Sosa, Edmundo Sosa. Pitch from Montero, who is fatigued, 39. That is off the batter and stays off the batter. It is an 8 out, fly out to right. So 1 run comes in on 2 hits. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, 6-1 Phils. The Astros have not been able to get to Wheeler in this replay. Game 2 of the 2022 World Series using deep drive baseball. That's a 13, and that's a strikeout. Maldonado down on strikes. Altuve next, and that's a 23, and he strikes out. Back-to-back Ks. That is 5, 6, 7, and 8, 7 and 8, 7 and 8 here. And Jeremy Pena, who's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout, and he will 65 strike out for the second time. 9 strikeouts for Wheeler so far. He strikes out the side in the bottom of the 5th. So Zach Wheeler is dealing. Schwarber leading off the top of the sixth. Again, it's 0 to 49. You read the red and then the white. The green is just informational, and it tells you what out and so forth. So you read the red and the white. If it's 50 to 99, it's off the batter. If it's 0 to 49, it's off the. I'm sorry, 0 to 49 is off the batter, and 50 to 99 is off the pitcher. Now we are bringing in a new pitcher. It's going to be Ryan Stanek. Actually, you know what? Who's coming up? A lefty. They don't have any lefties. I'm going to bring in Abreu. So he comes in. Abreu comes in. And let's do it. So Abreu's in there. He is the third pitcher of the night. Write a 3 here. He's a 2. He won't come in unless the game gets close. Schwarber leads off. And he can also go 1 unless he gets 3 in a row. 68, that's a strikeout. So Schwarber swings and misses. Down on strikes, he was 2 for 2 with a 3-run homer and a single and a walk. Here's Hoskins. Hoskins with a 25 struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Brian Abreu. Next up is Real Muto with a 50. That's going to be a deep drive. Oh, no, there's no deep drives off of Abreu. That's going to be line base hit to center. So Real Muto sends a rope to the center fielder McCormick. And Bryce Harper's next. Pitch to Bryce. And a 93 will be wild pitch. Going to second is Real Muto. Harper now with a runner in scoring position. Pitch to Harper, and Harper 90. He's going to rip it, and caught by the first baseman Gurriel L3, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Alvarez, Bregman, and Tucker. See if the sleeping Houston offense can wake up a little bit here and do a little something, get some guys on base. I don't know what's going to happen. 47, and that is a 9, which is a cracks one to center. Right there is Verlin for out number 1. Bregman out, and that's a 37. Again, an out range, and a 5 is hit hard in the hole. Shortstop Sosa's there, long throw to first in time to get Bregman. Gets him by half a step, and Tucker now, lefty Tucker, who's 0 for 1, a strikeout and a walk. Hit 2 home runs in yesterday's game. 95 falls into the out range with a 5, and that is ripped to second base. Scooped up by Segura, 3 up and 3 down, and Wheeler again is masterful today. He's allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and a walk so far. Struck out 9. And top of the 7th, Castellanos. We're going to go with a new pitcher. We're going to bring in Ryan Stanek. That way I don't have to pitch anybody fatigued. Number 4. And here's the pitch to Castellanos, and that's a 60, which will be ball 4. So Castellanos will walks. Alec Boehm, who's hit a home run, he hit into a double play, grounded to third, and Homer's solo home run. He's 1 for 3. Pitch, and it's a 72, which will be strike 3, so he goes down. On strikes, Boehm is back to the bench. Segura, who's 2 for 3, is up. Here's a pitch from Stanek. That's a 39. That'll be off an out of 5, and that is ripped to short. Second for 1. Back to first. 6-4-3 double play, inning over. They turn it. Beautifully turned double play. And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Get to that concession stand and grab me a brewski. Get me an IPA, if you don't mind. And Gurriel will be up. Zach Wheeler versus Gurriel. This is the 7th inning for Zach. We're going to try to get him to go one more inning. I don't know if, I don't believe they'd even let him go one more inning, actually. So, you know what? We are going to bring in a guy named Bellotti. He actually pitched. I finally separated pitchers and batters. So it'll be much easier for me to get to here. Here's Andrew Bellotti. Wheeler's out 6 innings, 4 hits, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk, one run, the home run, right? 1 home run, and no hit by pitch, no wild pitch. So he was great, and he stands to win this game 6-1 so far, Phillies. And it's going to be Bellotti comes in next. In the 7th, we'll have probably Brogdon in hand coming in. And I'm bringing in the new pitcher every inning for the Astros. That's modern baseball, right? All right, here's the pitch from Bellotti to Gurriel, 66. That's off the pitcher, and that's ball 4. He loses them. Not what he wanted to do, come in and walk the leadoff batter. No need for that. Get him to hit the ball. Here's Diaz, Aledmys Diaz with an 85. Struck him out. 1 down. Chas McCormick is next. And that's a 71. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks for Andrew Bellotti. Going to have a pinch hitter for Maldonado. Going to bring in, I guess, Trey Mancini to pinch hit. And then we'll have Christian Vasquez, I think, is the other catcher. So here's the pitch from Bellotti, and that is a 60, ball 4. So 2 men on, 2 out. And it's the top of the order, Altuve, with good power. Can get a hold of one here. And that's a 26 off Altuve's card, a defensive check. We rolled a 47. That's here, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Second baseman Segura, I believe he's a 3. Segura is a 3. So a foot, what did it say, 47 under a 3, and that's going to be a ground ball second base. Goes to second. It goes to short for the force, and that ends the inning. So they leave a couple, 2 walks in that inning by Bellotti. And Bellotti can go, as a reliever, can go 1 inning. So we're going to have to bring in somebody else next inning. New pitcher as well for the Astros. So Altuve disappoints. Had an opportunity there. And fails. Neris is coming in for Houston. He is in the he'll be the 5th pitcher in the 8th inning. And he will face the bottom of the order, Verling, Sosa, and Schwarber. 6-1, 62, and that's a strikeout. Verling swings and misses at a high fastball. Sosa's up next. He's 2 for 3 today, and that's going to be his 3rd hit. And that's a deep drive with an 8. And if it's an out, it'll be a fly ball to center field. A 53 is going to be a double down the line into the corner. So Sosa's into second base. And next is Schwarber. The runner on second, 58. And that's ball 4. So immediately Neris is in trouble. And here comes Hoskins. And we're going to go to the bullpen. See what we can grab here. You know what? I'm just going to let him pitch. We used a lot of guys so far. Yeah, we're going to let him pitch. Let's see who I used. Where'd my other blue? All my cards ended up on the floor because of my cat today, and it looks like I'm missing some pitchers. Some blue pitchers. I'm missing Alvarado. Oh no, Alvarado was with the. Hold on a second. Rayu, Neris, Montero, Garcia, and Stanek. Stanek I used. Garcia I should have somewhere here. There he is. Okay. Still have Garcia. Let me hold off on this. And we're going to let Neris pitch to Hoskins, the pitch. And, oh, that's trouble. He gets a hold of one. Deep drive chart and in the home run zone. And that ball is gone. Home run. 3-run shot for Rhys Hoskins. 1, 2, 3. Holy smokes, and that makes the score 9-1. They've really broken it open now. And that's going to be it for Neris. We're going to bring in Luis Garcia. Another pitcher here. We'll put him here. Garcia is the 6th pitcher. And next batter is Real Muto, and that's a 93. That'll be an out with a 5. Ground ball second base. And who's that? Altuve throws him out for out number 2. And here's Bryce Harper with a 39. That's off Harper's card. A 3 is ripped to the opposite field, ground out to the third baseman, Bregman. And that retires the side. 3 more runs on 2 hits and a walk. A 3-run shot by Hoskins, his 3rd hit of the day. Makes the score 9-1. Another blowout. First it was a blowout for the Astros in the first game, and now this is a blowout for the Phils in the second game. All right, a new pitcher for the Phils. It's going to be what do we say it's going to be? It's going to be Brogdon. Let me find Brogdon. There he is. Connor Brogdon comes in. All right, this does not writing anymore. Not happy about that. So I don't know if I have any. I've been using this pen for a couple months, but it's gone. I have a pencil. I don't like to write in pencil. I have a lot of pens though. Just have to find them. Here, let's see if this one will work for me. It's coming to life a little bit. See what happens. All right, bottom of the 8th, Pena against Connor Brogdon. Pitch, and that's a 1-9-19. Struck him out. Jordan Alvarez, who's 0 for 3, a couple of flyouts and a K, a 61. That's banged up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. So Alvarez singles. Here's Bregman with 1 out and 1 out. That's a 42 off the batter and a 0. That's ripped. Now, if it's 10 or 9 or less, it's going to be a double play, and it is not. So that's ripped to hold on a second, Bregman. That was ripped to short, L6. 2 out. And here goes Tucker with a 98. That will be an out with a 2. Bounce to first. To Hoskins to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the 9th. And we're going to leave Garcia in there. Luis Garcia, he pitched in relief, so we're going to give him a 2. Let him go an extra inning here. And that's a 61. That's ball 4, so Castellanos walks. That's his 2nd walk. Next is Bohm. Bohm with a 59, and that is a base on balls because that's off the pitcher. Back-to-back walks for Luis Garcia. Gene Segura with a 96. That'll be an out off the pitcher card, 79-99. A 7 is a fly to right. Right there is Tucker. Puts it away for out number 1. Verling with an 87. That'll be another out, a 7 this time. Another fly out to right center field, and over is Tucker for the out. 2 outs, and here's Edmundo Sosa, who's got 3 hits tonight. They're going to let him bat. And they're winning anyway, so 21, that'll be a strikeout to end the inning. So last licks coming up for the Astros. See what they can do. I'm going to leave Brogdon in there. He can go, well, he gave up a hit, so he'll be tired. So I'll explain that. If it lands on the the pitcher card, we move it to the batter card, -50. That's how we do it. I'll show you how it works. Yeah, that's off. See, it'll be an 11. 61 becomes an 11. It's single on both. but sometimes it could be an out on one. You have the choice of moving it. So it could be a single here, you leave it there. If it's a single here, you can move it. So you can do that sort of thing. It could be a double here or a deep drive, or so it is an advantage. So Gurriel with a single. He's on it first. This is the bottom of the ninth. It's 9-1 fills. And that's a 10. That's a base hit. Play it safe. Stops at second. Diaz with a single. Next is McCormick. Chad McCormick, and that's a 0-3. That's going to be a base hit. Another single. 3 consecutive singles. Loading the bases off of Brogdon. And Vasquez, we're going to let Vasquez bat. Started to rain. Hey, I don't know if you can hear that. Cool. So Vasquez is up now. And here's a pitch to Christian Vasquez, and that's an 80, which is a defensive check. So we just have to roll the dice one time. And a 91 goes here to the right fielder. Right fielder is Castellanos. I don't think he's a great right fielder, but we'll see. He's a 3, so not too bad. And he will run that down. It's going to be a sac fly. It's a deep drive, very, very deep, so it's going to score on that RBI. So 9-2 now. 1 out. And we can even move Diaz to third base on this. Vasquez will, no, McCormick. Ooh, let's see what McCormick is. Everybody can move up. No, McCormick's going to hold. All right. And Diaz, what was Diaz? Yeah, he was average, but I think on that fly to right, he moves up automatically. Let me just check very quickly here. A deep fly to right, a slow run. Yeah, everybody moved. Oh, going to third. Yeah, he's not going to go third. Okay, it would. I could potentially send him, but I'm not going to do that down by as many as I'm down right now. But it's an automatic sac fly. Okay, so first and second, 1 out. Pena's up. And here's a pitch from Brogdon. Oh, wait. That's a sacrifice fly here. Wrong spot. Hold on, cowboy. Now it's Altuve's up. Sacrifice is here, first and second. And here's the pitch, Altuve. And a 36. That's an out with a fly ball to right. Again, they'll hold. 2 out. And here's Pena. Brogdon. And a 38 again, that's off the batter, and that'll be a fly ball to deep left field. Backing up to the track is Schwarber, and that is the ball game. So 1 run on 3 hits, and the final score is 9-2. Hits, let's go over the hits for, that's 3 there. 1, 2, 4 here. Holy smokes. 1 here, 1 there, 2 here, none there, 1, 2, 2 here, and none there. So how many is that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 hits for the Phils. 9 runs, 13 hits. Did I make any errors? No errors. And any errors on the Astros? No errors on the Astros. $13 hits. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 more. That's 8 hits total, but mostly singles. Just a double and a homer. The rest are all singles. And the Astros lose Game 2 here at home at Minute Maid Park. And they're going to go back to Philadelphia 1-1, tied. The series is tied. So the Phillies break out the lumber and show the Astros what they're made of with a 9-2 trouncing of the Astros. And that's about it. This is game 2 of the 2022 World Series using Deep Drive Baseball. Hope you learned and got a little bit of a feel for the game and how easy and quick it plays. Everything's off the cards. As you saw, the only time I looked at any charts was for the error or range plays. Doesn't have the one downfall of this game. Doesn't have a lot of seasons. It has one season, like an every decade type thing, and that's about it. But the cards are beautiful. If you're an APBA guy, you're going to definitely like these cards. Super easy to read, super crisp and clear, straightforward stuff. That's one thing. If you're a Stratomatic guy, you're going to like the 50-50 approach, where the pitcher has some effects and the batter has some effects. Then the deep drive section is like almost, if you're a Status Pro guy, it has that deep drive part of where, it's, I think in Status Pro it's called the BD, right? It's the guys that hit for extra bases and so on, and drive and runs usually have that BD range. And it's a very exciting deep drive chart. Is very exciting. I mean, it could be a home run, it could be a double, it could be an out. So you never know what's going to happen once you hit the chart. And the ballpark plays a role as well. So you've got that little triad going. So this is it. Valdez takes the loss. The win goes to Wheeler. And we go to game 3 in Philadelphia. See what happens. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Remember to join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group and its affiliated groups. Like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care.